This is my budget system with 815s. That scores a 155 plus. But is this thing really a budget system or not? Let's find out. That's right, this system has 815s, has 2 Taramps 8Ks, so 16,000 watts, ton of battery power, speakers, bunch of other stuff. Now, I did advertise this as kind of a budget build for my YouTube series, but a lot of people wanted to know what kind of budget was I working with, guys. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact cost of this to the penny. Stay tuned to find out. Super quick overview of the system. We, of course, have 8 American Base Elite subs, 2 Taramps Base 8Ks, a Down for Sound JB23.4, 160 amp hours of lithium. Between both doors, we have 8 DS18 mid-range speakers and 8 DS18 super tweeters, an old Pioneer head unit, and of course, an upgraded alternator under the hood. All right, guys, we'll start off the biggest expense, get that out of the way. Sure, that's what y'all really want to know. Of course, these are the American Base Elite 15 dual 4 ohm subs. There are 8 of them. Now, they were about $165 a piece, so really very, very budgety subs for a system like this. Your average person doing a big no wall or whatever else with 815s is going to be getting something at least like Sundown News or something in that 250 plus range. So this, in my opinion, really is a budget system. Now, real quick, before I give the numbers, comment below what your guess is at how much this entire system cost. Let's see how close you can get. All right, after tax and everything, the total cost of these 8 subs was $1,409.01. Next up, we have got 2 of these Taramps 8Ks. These are the base 8K models. I've actually had these for over a year. I used these last year in the Sundown show. These have gone through several shows. So far, they have done really pretty well. Actually, it's not 100% true. I didn't end up blowing one, and I had to order another one. But regardless, I got these a while ago. I got them at a really, really good deal. Between the 2 of them, I only paid $899.98. Next up, the wood. This was a very expensive component of this system. Now, I got this stuff right here from Lowe's, the nicest stuff. This is maple hardwood 3/4 inch. Again, nicest stuff you can get at Lowe's. Not as nice as birch or some other stuff, but it did get the job done. I bought 7 or 8 sheets and it was over $600. But as you can see, I didn't need all of them. So, guys, this box cost me about $425 for the wood. Okay, there is a ton of wire ran throughout this thing. Of course, I have wire running up to the front and all that. And we had lugs, heat shrink, all that good stuff. Now, Showtime Electronics was nice enough to send me some full tilt lugs and heat shrink. So that was all awesome. That helped. But still, we spent $392.56 just on wire and lugs. Okay, we've got this big distribution block over here. That's, of course, an SMD terminal. That was $37.35. Another really big expense of this build was, of course, this massive battery. So let's see what that cost. Now, basically what this battery consists of course, we have 80 cells. We have these big bus bars. And we have a little balancer over there. Okay, let's see. The headway cells, that came to $469.52. The bus bars were $450 even. And the balancer, $42.65. Also, of course, as you can see here, we had some miscellaneous stuff like ring terminals, 14-gauge speaker wire, sandpaper, paint, all that stuff. And you can see all those prices right there. when I originally started this build over 2 years ago, I did put an alternator in this thing. I'm not going to say who made it because he's not been overly nice to me, but hey, what you going to do? Surprisingly, it still does work, even though I am going to guess it is going to blow at some point because I know several other people like Jerry Ain't Loud who used that same brand. His died after 2 years, and I know a couple other people's have died after 2 years as well, so we'll see. It might be on its last legs. Who knows? But regardless, we spent $319 on it, and it's a 250 amp alt. Next up, we of course have the 8 speakers and 8 super tweeters, and that came to $372.69. Now we do have a good deal of sound deadener all along the roof, along the sides, along the bottom, up in this back trunk, and in some of the doors. It's not a ton, but we do have some. We have some 80 mil sound deadener. So that came to $106.73. Of course, we have a bunch of fuses. Now, I already had some, but I did order a good deal of these 350 amp DB Works fuses. They've been awesome. But that was $29.95. We also have some miscellaneous stuff like all these fuse boxes and all these little RCAs and stuff like that. That was another $153.96. We have this RCA distribution block over here. This thing has been great. It was $30. Last thing for this build, but certainly not least, we bought these fans off of Amazon. So far, they have actually been great for being pretty cheap fans. They have kept these amps nice and cool, even when I demoed these things all day long. They were $27.74. Real quick, a couple things I left out. One, the head unit. Honestly, don't remember what that cost me, and it's been in here forever, and I would have had that anyway, even if I didn't have this built in here, so didn't count that. The JP amp that I have powering the speakers, Down for Sound did send that to me, so I did not have to pay for it, so no point in me adding that in this system. Of course, you could use any 4-channel amp that you like for your system. Those can, of course, vary a good deal in price, but whatever, guys. Anyway, time for the total. So, drum roll for that. It's really cold in my shop. My computer, I guess, shut off because of the cold. So, I can't show you. Maybe I'll post it up. But it came to $5,266.28. Now, I know for a lot of people, that is not what you would consider a budget system. But in my opinion, for this big of a build, I've seen people spend easily twice that, if not 3 times that, on a similar size system. So overall, y'all, I am pretty stoked. I think I made out all right. And in my opinion, that's money well spent because a lot of that stuff I'll get to use for multiple builds, especially things like the amp, the batteries, wires, fuses, all that stuff. Again, I'll get to keep using that for a long time in multiple builds. Really handy to have it now. Can use it from here on out. All right, do you think that was worth it? Do you think this system was worth the over $5,000? What would you have done differently? What would you have put more money into? What would you have put less money into? Let me know. Real quick, I know a lot of y'all did not see my last video, so I'm going to show the clips of me getting my DB score, just in case any of y'all missed it. I know a lot of people were asking, and the last video was more of a tutorial video, not really a video about this system specifically, so for anybody who did not see that, here they are. All right, we've got everything set, everything on. We're gonna be trying 45 hertz because that's what I got the best at last time. Woo, look at that, 155.6. We'll give it one more quick shot just to see what happens. Exact same score. That is awesome, but we're gonna try 40 hertz as well, just for the heck of it, just to see what it does. Look at that, guys! We got a 156! That is awesome, y'all. So excited. Let's try 35 hertz, just for the heck of it. Okay. 156.1. That's gonna wrap this video up. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through this series. And a shout out to everybody I got to meet at the Ruckus Show. I gave out so many demos. and it was an absolute blast. All right, guys, stay tuned. We got more videos coming soon. You're not going to want to miss it. But remember, as always, guys, keep basing on.